Something you have to know about publishing is that they don't acquire books they think are good. They acquire books they think will sell. My book Iron Widow got rejected by every single US publisher it got sent to, even though plenty of editors liked it, because the marketing people, they didn't think that a sci-fi reimagining of the rise of China's only female emperor with a love triangle that resolves in poly, something very rarely done in traditional publishing, they didn't think that would be worth even like a few $1,000s of investment, so they refused to sign off on a book deal for me. I ended up with a Canadian publisher more willing to take risks, but it still causes me problems to this day. Before I debuted, other authors would exclude me from stuff, being like, oh, is your book even gonna be available in the US? It ended up debuting at #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. And so did its sequel, Heavenly Tyrant. Though then it got kicked off because my publisher is not based in the US. We had to go through a whole ordeal in order to get it reinstated. And so yeah, it does still cause me problems. But my point is that being traditionally published, getting a traditional book deal, shouldn't be seen as some sort of stamp of like quality or appeal. I'm not gonna claim my book is some sort of universally beloved masterpiece, but it did end up getting nominated for and or winning this list of awards, including at the Nebulas and at the Hugos. So I just want you to imagine that this book always had the potential to be an award-winning bestseller, but the US side of the publishing industry was like, we don't see it. And were it not for a bunch of random factors that have nothing to do with my writing, I would be forgotten in a corner somewhere. With this same text, before this experience of mine, I honestly had the rosy view that as long as your book is good, publishers will fight for it. And if publishers don't, then that must mean your book isn't good. I don't believe that anymore. I honestly hesitate to encourage aspiring writers to join this industry because there are so many factors that have, again, nothing to do with your writing that play into whether you're going to be successful. I have seen so many of my friends have their amazing books get rejected because of random marketing reasons. Like, oh, we don't know whether to categorize this as a YA or an adult. That is so common. So I guess I just want aspiring authors to know to like, you have to ground yourself in reality, but also to not bundle up your self-worth with whether you're getting rejections or offers. The quality of your writing is really not the #1 factor here. And especially don't be fooled by publishers saying, oh, we're committed to promoting diverse voices. Like, you have to know that their main motivation is making money off of that. Corporations are not your friends. They will not have your back when there are actual stakes involved. Also, there is no such thing as instant success in traditional publishing. From the moment when you get a book deal to when a book releases, it's usually 2 years. And even if you got a gigantic book deal, they are not going to see that money for months, just because of the way the publishing payment system works. Even if you become an unexpected sleeper hit, like me, you're not going to see any royalties for several months. So this is not a dream that you quit your day job for, just because of the money logistics alone. Always have a backup plan. It's incredibly important to understand the reality of this industry so that you will not get crushed when the BS eventually hits you. But keep in mind that I'm only talking about traditional publishing. I don't know indie publishing. It's a completely different field. You're gonna have to ask indie authors for that.